Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. It is time for me to start a brand new journey on the channel, and that journey is Ben 10 Reboot. I've been hearing about Reboot for years. Like when I was getting into Classic and watching the first show, people were commenting, "Oh, I hope you cover all of it and everything and get the Alien Force, Ultimate Alien." Don't watch Reboot. Right? I was getting a lot of people commenting just different stuff, and whenever they got to talk about the reboot in their comments, if they bring it up, they're like, "Don't watch it, don't watch it." Over the last couple of months, I've been seeing more and more people say, like, give it a shot if that's what you want to do, which is what I've been mentioning for a while, that I do want to give it a shot. Just be careful. It's very, like, I know. I've heard from Darren, I've heard from a lot of people that have stated Reboot is very different because of they were trying to go for a younger audience, which obviously Classic was kind of doing that as well, but like tonally, it's different. Now, I am covering 2 episodes per video because if you don't remember, in case you forgot or whatever, each episode's 11 minutes long, like 10 or 11 minutes long. So it makes sense to do 2 instead of just doing 1 because these videos can be way shorter. So it just makes sense to do 2. Now, Ben 10 Theorist, who thankfully, and shout out to Ben 10 Theorist on just Discord and everything. He is amazing. He's been really helping me through Discord. Getting access to all of the Ben 10 shows and everything we've been doing. He sent me the first 2 episode titles, because he doesn't have the episodes quite yet, but he gave me the 2 titles of the first 2 episodes to watch. So I found them, and I have them. I do know going in that, I guess, storylines don't really start to happen until you get further into Season 1, and then as you continue on to, like, say, Season 2 or whatever. I'm not sure how many seasons are in Reboot, but, like, it's, like, filler or like one-offs, or just like there isn't really any cohesion or anything until you get further into the show, and then they start to actually add in story elements and things that are going to kind of connect. So I know that going in, right? And I know art style wise can be very different. I've seen random images over the years of Ben and the art style of Reboot, and I'm like, holy shit, like it's very different. So all this rambling to say this, we're going to dive in. I'm going to give it its best shot, and we'll see what happens. I'll be blunt and honest with you guys as I'm watching it, and obviously when I get to the review, I will give my honest opinions, and there's no sugarcoating it. We're just going to see what happens and give it a shot, give it an opportunity. So without further ado, let's get into now the first 2 episodes of Ben 10 Reboot. Let's go.
Here
Max.
she is, kids. Niagara Falls.
What's there to do here?
Tara Strong?
It's only the biggest waterfall in America.
And no!
Maybe you could use a little help?
Mm.
Help? What kind of nonsense you talking? A filter? Yeah, someone to sift through all
Help
your
him.
ideas and tell you when one of them is really terrible? Who needs a filter? When I've got Ben tuition. That tiny feeling in my gut that is never, ever wrong. Look.
With your powers and Gwen's, discretion, you two could be unbeatable.
Great! So we agree. You'll
Wow,
run all your
she
ideas
would
with me
open it
first.
just like that.
Pickle? Fine. Time for some
That was weird.
unfiltered fun. Diamond Head.
Okay, Cannon Bolt.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy. Wow.
Darn it, I just watched that truck. Darn it, I just bought that truck.
Nothing can ruin this perfect
Don't say
moment.
that. Oh no.
All right, who's on deck today? No looking over my shoulder while I'm alien picking. Hello?
Looking
filter
over the
here.
shoulder.
This is no time to learn on the job.
Here we go!
This is all your fault.
Okay.
My fault.
My fault.
Let's never fight.
Now they love each other again.
Okay, sweet.
Exactly. Oh, that was a tongue. That makes more sense.
What?
Oh my
Why are you so
god.
hungry?
Apparently, there's a legend about a creature called the Hydromander.
That's some rotten luck, us being here just when he wakes up.
Luck? Or some super impulsive person with no filter did something to wake it up?
I don't
Cannon
know what
Bolt.
you're talking about.
Stop it.
Ben!
Sushi!
Wow. That didn't work out. Oh my god.
Ow.
It's not really helping.
Okay, but what if I... Ha! Good luck trying to escape that whirlpool.
He's gonna escape it. Yep. Back to eating the boat.
Town ruined, ancient monster awoken. All
'cause
because
of
of
you.
my stupid
Yes.
Ben tuition. I do need a filter. Help me? Whoa! I don't believe it! It's going down!
Well.
It's history!
It's not destroyed, Ben. It's multiplying.
Oh shit. Yep.
This must be the other important thing it does when it wakes up.
Hope you guys like the
Looks pretty
classics.
similar,
Trusty old
design-wise.
standby. Okay.
There's a lot.
Classics coming up.
Yeah, just keep throwing them. Nope, not working. That's a weird look without the fire.
Fire and water. Use your Ben tuition.
Yeah, Ben tuition. Even though that didn't work before.
I'll be in trouble.
Holy crap. Ben, figure it out. Oh my god. Hold those tongues. Just cut out tongues.
They get weaker on land.
He's gonna cannonball. Yep, exactly.
Oh! Nothing can ruin this beautiful
Stop saying
moment.
it.
There.
What are you gonna do with him?
My way is to play it safe, and yours is a fast and loose by the seat of your pants approach.
Yes.
You and what alien army?
Oh my god, Super Slayer's game?
You're never gonna
That's a weird visual, dude.
Gramps, are you saying my epic KO doesn't count?
It was just
It's just a
virtual.
game. Yep.
You may be a simulated champ, but real wrestling is a totally different thing.
Huh,
That was so
what am I gonna
fast he went
do?
to sleep.
Now Midwest Wrestling Smackdown.
How convenient it's right there.
Yes!
Accelerate! He's making a costume. Yep.
He is the Crushster! To
Crushter.
be real, not virtual. Midwest Wrestling Champion of the... I'll be wrestling.
Then 4 arms
That
has
makes sense.
4 arms. The champion of the SmackDown gets $1,000 cash prize.
1,000.
My grandpa
Wow.
back soon.
I'm gonna be a real winner.
I'm your corner person.
This is how court person.
This.
Like old man.
In the movies, yeah.
Hey! One side tomato can.
Whoa.
can.
You only grapple with him if you both make the finals.
Entering the ring, we have a newcomer to the tournament, the Crushster.
Crushter. The chair. Oh, never mind.
Wipe your eyes!
The hell?
One, two, three.
You win.
That prize money is as good as mine.
He's gonna go back to Ben. Something's gonna happen.
What do you think they call him, Iron Kyle? Well, you know,
'Cause the
I've
iron
never
on
really
his-
thought about that.
him?
I just assumed
Yeah.
It was just a metaphor for his devastating natural strength. A possible explanation.
What's with the sword?
That guy's hurting people, and you gotta stop him. Get to the finals!
Nice run, ketchup bottle. But
Ketchup
I'm gonna
bottle?
be the Midwest Arena Wrestling Champion. Let's see how you take a
Let's
shot.
see. Oh. Yeah, of course. So he's in a way cheating, yeah.
Yeah. Cheater!
But what about the other dude?
Crushster has just been revealed to be some kind of four-armed creature. And
You know he has metal arms, right? His
Yeah, you
name
know,
is Iron
yeah.
Kyle.
It's a metaphor!
Oh, watch your step.
But I'm actually a 10-year-old girl.
No way.
No way.
Distracted. Suplex time.
2! You can do it! I believe in you!
New champion.
What?
Ah, shit. What are you gonna do, Ben? Uh-oh. That can move.
Kyle is in
Oh my
great
God.
No one is safe.
He's killing you out there,
He's killing you out there.
Oh, I guess this is kind of serious.
If a little water's a problem
Ah,
for your little
again.
arms,
Yep.
wait until you get an overflow!
Yep. Oh!
It wasn't a metaphor at all, Bill. His body was literally made
They're
of iron.
crying.
I mean,
Iron Kyle!
Just give it up.
Kyle! Finally! I'm a real champion.
You get disqualified too.
The prize money.
Also disqualified?
You built a giant robot suit just to win wrestling matches?
Of course you did.
Could you be any more of a cheater?
I was winning. Something you wouldn't know anything about.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
Winner and still champion.
And there you guys have it, the first 2 episodes of Ben 10 Reboot. I do have the voice cast pulled up for the second episode, Ringleader, the wrestling episode. I do have a little bit more to talk about with that specifically, but we'll talk about episode 1 and episode 2 in a second. Overall thoughts, before we dive in specifically to the episodes. I gotta be honest, I think it was pretty decent. Like, it wasn't, like, amazing. It wasn't great, but I found it to be more interesting than I was expecting, because I knew these episodes were not going to really be connecting per se, and kind of filler, kind of random. I mean, the wrestling episode, the second one, definitely felt more filler in a sense, in terms of like just this randomly Ben wants to go wrestle, right? Because the whole like Sumo Slammer game and everything. But I think the humor definitely feels more in line with some like animated like humor shows today, in terms of its how it can be kind of random, or the way it's kind of like the way it's set up, the way it's actually delivered, like the visuals of like in the first episode where he's trying to open up the pickle jar, right? Like he's just turning it randomly while talking to Gwen, and it cuts away, and then it cuts back to him with like a freaking giant wrench, and then he's about to use a baseball bat to it, and then of course she opens it up like nothing. Just like those small little cues like that, I thought was like it added a new element and made it feel different from the original like Ben 10 run, right, of those shows, because just the way they're handling the attempt at humor. Because I say attempt because sometimes when they go for humor, it doesn't always land, or it doesn't hit as they expect. But when they attempt to do that, like, it definitely feels different, right? Now, the voice cast, we got to talk about this a little bit. So Tara Strong is back as Ben, right? She's back as Ben. Now Gwen and Grandpa Max are voiced by 2 different people. Now David K, who I actually interviewed on the channel, is voicing Grandpa Max, and I think he actually mentioned he voices Grandpa Max during our interview. I know he was mentioning Kyber the Huntsman, which at the time when I interviewed David, I had not got to Omniverse at that point, but he was mentioning, and I think he mentioned he voiced Grandpa Max. Now, in speaking on Gwen and Grandpa Max, I think the voices because they're different obviously for Gwen and Max, I think David's approach at Grandpa Max, it's okay. I don't love it. It's going to take some time for me to get used to, because I'm so used to of course, like I forget the voice actor who voices Max in all 4 of the original shows. But his voice of Grandpa Max is just perfect for that character, in my opinion. So to hear a different person voicing him and it just doesn't hit the same, it's going to take me some time. Gwen, I think it makes sense to get a new voice for Gwen, because so far I've only seen 2 episodes. This is definitely not the same Gwen. This is a different Gwen. Like, this Gwen is not, like, she doesn't have the same dynamic with Ben. So, and just the personality feels a little bit different as well. So it makes sense that we get a new voice. Now, with that being said, I understand getting Tara Strong back to voice Ben, because it is your North Star, the thing that is kind of making the reboot work, is that you have of course Ben 10. Like, that's the point of the show. I personally think if you're going to get Grandpa Max and Gwen new voice actors, I think you should have got a new Ben. I love hearing Tara Strong as Ben. Like, to me, classic, like Ben 10 Classic is my favorite iteration of the Ben 10 show. And one of the things that really stands out is Tara's performance as Ben. Like, I loved how she performed as young Ben 10. You know, that version of the character. So to hear her back is great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's awesome that Tara's back. But I think if you're going to get a new Gwen and Max, I think you should have got a new Ben. That's just me. But we'll see how the dynamic goes with Tara, you know, working alongside with 2 new versions of these characters, when she used to, you know, play alongside 2 other actors who voiced these characters originally from Classic. We'll see how that continues. Episode 1 felt more in line of a Ben 10 storyline, like a real Ben 10 storyline, in terms of where they're like, especially thinking like Classic, right? Because it felt like a version of the Kraken episode, which was like early on, I think episode 3 of Classic, where Ben goes and does a cannonball with Cannonbolt, which was cool to see, and then the shot of the Earth and the splash, That random fisherman is there, but then he awakens some sort of like salamander kind of monster, and he awakens it early, and it goes and eats everything. And Ben, of course, trying to stop it with a new alien, which has been shown in the Ben 10 comics. I think it's is it Water Hazard? Actually, no, I think I have to, let's see here. Overflow, that's it. Because I had the voice that spoke. It's Overflow did appear in the second episode. Thankfully, like water has like that is an alien, but that's not the right one. Overflow. So we got to see Overflow, a new alien. Of course, like I said, it's in the Ben 10 comics. He hasn't got to it yet in the comic yet. Of course, we've read one issue at this point as I'm recording this video, but we got to see Overflow. We got to see tongues getting cut out, especially when it reproduced and created more of itself, smaller versions of itself. A lot of tongues being cut out. Now, I'm surprised they showed that visually because of the fact that it's more of a kid's show, like this iteration. So I'm surprised they were showing that kind of, but then there wasn't blood or anything. So it wasn't too bad. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, interesting. The humor was coming more into play, like that couple that were getting married and stuff, and he proposed, and they were hating and like attacking each other, and then when they got free, they were back to like loving each other again. So it was kind of funny. Just like those kind of random moments, but like in terms of like what Ben was doing, especially turning into like Heat Blast was awesome, because that design is pretty damn close to the original Heat Blast. So that was cool to see Heat Blast in the episode, even though literally against the water creatures probably doesn't work out too well. But it felt more in line, like I would say a condensed version of an episode of Classic, but it felt pretty solid. The second episode is where I have more of a discussion, and it's more specifically to the fact that it does feel 100% more, it feels like more filler. Maybe not 100%, but you get my point. It feels more filler because of, by happenstance, they're in the same parking lot as a wrestling tournament that's going on in the city they're in randomly, right? They're just driving around. Here it is. Okay. Well, then he goes and he's forearms and he's going against all these different competitors, and no one notices that this guy is wearing a bunch of armor, and he's like literally, as the character's name is called, where is it at? Like, why isn't I showing it? Like, yeah, Accelerator, Pomax, announcer Steve, Kid and Crowd, announcer Bill, Glamour Man, Iron Kyle. There it is, Iron Kyle. Like I couldn't find the name. Iron Kyle. No one notices that he's just like, he has a bunch of metal arms and like metal on his fucking face and shit. No one notices this. But the bigger thing, and I understand, it's a TV show, it's animated, it's more for kids, so no one's giving a shit. But think about this. Imagine if Ben, an original Ben 10 show, was wrestling as, and we've seen a wrestling episode, which is crazy. So now it clicked just now. He was in a wrestling episode in Classic. So they're pulling from that shit. They're pulling from Classic in 2 episodes here already, the first 2. But he turns back into Ben in front of everybody, and no one, like, they're like shocked, but there's no like question like, oh, maybe we should like call somebody or reveal this, like this kid is turning into aliens and shit. I get it, right? That's not the thinking process of what this show is, but I just found it very interesting that they openly show Ben, whose forearms reveal he's an alien, proper to the crowd, and then he also turns back into himself as Ben. So I thought that was just fascinating. Personally, I kind of wish maybe they would have not done this episode, the second episode with the wrestling, because I really don't think it actually does anything. Now I understand, as I've heard, a lot of season 1 is filler, so I get like me saying that really isn't a big leap. It's still a decent episode. I mean, it's still funny in certain instances and all of that, especially the whole like running around the damn ring and shit when they're running around like the stands, like that overshot of like the freaking Iron Kyle going crazy and stuff. But yeah, and also too, what I noticed is that, because I noticed it in episode 1, because I had mentioned earlier about how this Gwen feels different. I felt her being even more different, like, than the other Gwen that we know from the era of the 4 shows original continuity, is that how she's acting more specifically in this episode, because Gwen is playing up that kind of like, man in the corner, kind of like, the manager or whatever. It's like, listen, kid, and it really is going in that kind of vein of Rocky, right? In terms of, and I forget the character's name that was on Rocky's side, and he was that gruffy older guy that was there by Rocky's side and everything through the matches and all that, through the boxing matches. it really felt like that's what she was trying to omit with herself, which is funny. And then we say, you know, I'm just a 10-year-old girl. And then Kyle's like, what? Like, he couldn't believe that this little person who's talking like, you know, like a man in the corner, like a freaking manager, like, listen, kid, you gotta go do this. You gotta strengthen up. I'm a 10-year-old kid. What? It's just silly things like that. So I am curious to see what happens next. Like, are we going to be pulling for more classic, like in terms of homages to episodes? I'm assuming we are, based on these first two alone, like, because classic did these in their own way. Because at least the classic episode of the wrestling match had more going on in it, in terms of, obviously hadn't doubled the time basically, but there actually was more story to why the wrestling was going on, why certain things were kind of unfolding. So who knows? But I don't dislike it. Like, there's nothing that really stands out as like, ugh, I don't like that. Like, there's nothing that made me go, ooh. It's more so just me just kind of taking it all in. Like, yep, this is different. This is not the same, but this is what it's going to be. Like, now that I have a better understanding, even though I'm only 2 episodes in, I have a better understanding of what this show at least is going to be, until we probably get to some more actual continuity canon, like actually telling story, like proper story that's setting up stuff that's going to pay off and everything, and not kind of one-offs. Now I know. At least I have a better understanding of it. So what did you guys think of these 2 episodes of Ben 10 Reboot? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed, or at least had some entertainment out of it. And yeah, I will see you guys soon with more Ben 10 content on the channel. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.